Northwest Trains. We're back in the loft, and this is part 2 of the big haul video I got a few months ago. If you've seen that video, I basically got the locos working now. Took a lot of effort, to be honest, considering I thought it would just be a quick clean and they'd be running. You can just about see the Pendolino here. Next to my one. My one actually isn't running that great. I did think I'd get the two working together, but we'll see. But I got it working right. I kept derailing because the bogies were all over the place. I think someone had been playing around with the screws on them. But I've got it working now on the 4th radius curves. The 3rd radius, sometimes it's a bit hit and miss. It does derail sometimes. But I ran my one to see how that copes, and it does. So I've got a bit more tweaking to do. The London Midland one works great. So this is the one with the collection, and this is my one. I've had them both running together. I do plan on running them together as an 8-car set as well, hopefully. So we'll see how that turns out. So we'll do a full layout update video. But I'll show you a few clips now of what I've been doing with the collection. I've sorted that into different boxes. Some of it's going, some of it's getting kept. And I'll let you know how much the value came to. Okay, see you in a sec. Okay, I just thought I'd show what stuff I'm using out of that lot at the moment. I've figured out that I've got just the right amount of track to do this section of the Heritage line. So just basically this section you can see here. I left that as Hornby only because it's temporary and one day I do want to expand to the other end of the loft over there. So, and then that's another thing, all the Metcalfe buildings, I've kept them for now for a future extension, hopefully a little town scene when I do the other end of the layout. So again, I've mentioned in the past, the reason why I want to change these for the Hornby ones is the dead spot here on the Inslefrog point is much smaller than that of the Hornby, so half the size, because occasionally like for the likes of this class of 05 here, just as an example, or even a little 040 can stall on these points sometimes. Now this is only a temporary sort of layout really, I never made it permanent for that reason, so it's never been the best. But this track, I've got it all now, so I might as well use it and have the best possible track I can. So that's one big plus. And then the Hornby track, along with the other Hornby track that came with the collection, that will all either go to me, some of it will go to me dad's and brother's layout, the rest of it will probably get sold to make up for this lot. So what I did when I did work out the pricing, so I basically worked out that second-hand value, these are all in perfect condition, barely look used, a £5 each if you were selling them cheapish. So large curve, large straight, £1 each, standard straight, 50p. That's what I was working on. I've seen them go for a lot more expensive than that. But for, you know, I worked out, added up all the pieces together, I've got about £150 worth if I sold them for those prices. So I've got, you know, maybe money just on the track. So we go around here, you can see the 350. I'll just zoom in a little bit, just going through the tunnel. I've done it as best I can, gave it a good clean, gave it a bit of an oil, and it's working a lot better. It still stalls sometimes. The Pendolino, that works pretty smoothly really compared to my one, but the rear two coaches kept derailing on the third radius, so I was tweaking for ages with that. I finally got it running. Still needs a bit more to it, it's not 100% on the third radius, it does occasionally derail sometimes, but it's a lot better. But you know, these two locos alone, second hand unboxed, you know, at the very least you're talking £80 for the London Midland train, aren't you? And £60 odd for the Pendolino for today's prices. That's why I'm selling them cheap. The lights have actually gone off this. This is a bit of a complaint I have about these locos. Sometimes if they lose power, even for the briefest of moments, the lights go off and they don't come back on again until you reset the controller. But overall, I really like them. Used to spend a lot of time on these London Midland trains back in 2008 till about 2012, something like that. And yeah, I always have a soft spot for them. So don't want to be boring too much. Another example of something we can use, we got our little graveyard there next to the church, and I've acquired these tombstones. They were part of the collection, so we'll add a few of them. Others will do for another layout project, or even the other church. I've got some nice fence gates there. We've got bags of fencing, which will be useful in future days. What else have we got? I've added a few little bits and bobs already. I haven't done too much because I'm saving myself for the next layout update. But I've basically put this sign on, that was out of it. Telephone box, these two cars, these two people here were part of the collection. And our little sign here. So I've already used a fair bit, and I've still got this big box here. So that's all surplus stuff that I don't want or don't need, so I'll have to sort out what I'm doing with that, either eBay or see if you know, a shop or someone wants it. I'll see. I think my dad and brother will still have a few bits out of there. We just come down here, my track storage, you can see that's pretty full. Again, that was one of the points I got. Got two full sets of third radius curves, so plenty there. Right, I've managed to get the 2 London Midland trains together. That was something I wanted to do the moment I bought this collection. The new one works better than my one actually. My one still jumps every now and then on dead spots in the points. It might just need new coupling connections because the other one had brand new ones in a packet. But overall it's pretty good, I like it. I think the 2 London Midland trains are here to stay for now. I'm not sure about this one. I do like this livery. If I can just get the wheel tweaked enough so it works properly on the third radius curves, then I might keep it for a while. I might even keep this one and sell my one because I prefer this livery. This is a more modern livery to the one I've got. You can see the station sign over there, the people, all pretty good. I've got loads of more figures and accessories to add. Well, we'll see that in the next layout update. So the total for this collection, as I worked out, as you can see from the images I showed earlier, £450 I worked it out as if I sold it all reasonably cheap. At a, I don't know, second-hand show or eBay. Possibly £500. So those who guessed 500, you're pretty much spot on really. So thank you for commenting and working it out. It just goes to show as well, when people worry about starting in this hobby, it's too expensive. There's ways and means around it. If you're really lucky and careful, you can come across a collection like this one day. It's just bored one night just looking on my phone, Facebook market page, and here it is, £150. You get 3 locos, well 3 complete trains virtually. One of them was digital. All the track you'd need to do a decent sized layout. You had your track mat, all the scenery to get started with. You had ballast, lichen, grass mats, everything you need to start a layout, all for £150. So there's bits broken, bits missing, but you're always going to get that, and you can always add stuff to it. So don't be put off by it. There's this hobby can be as expensive or as cheap as you want it to be. So if you want to have a go, then just have a go. And the great thing is, when you buy stuff like this, it doesn't really lose its value. You can always sell it again if you decide it's not for you. But yeah, that's it now for this video. So hopefully we'll get a layout update in the next month or so. Like I say, all the time I've spent up here recently has been playing around with this collection. But yeah, that's it for now. So big thanks again for watching, and keep an eye out for the next video. Bye for now.